Oh wow. Alright, this is the first convo in the koozie where it is still day outside. Guys, I watched Avatar 3 recently with my family and it was great. I love the Avatar series. It brings me so much life and meaning. It's so powerful. Okay. Yeah. Not serious for this video quite yet. I'm going to talk about why traveling can be very important. Through traveling, you're able to witness different cultures, different ways of life, ways of communicating. It's just a very eye-opening experience, and it humbles you in a way that only experience can teach. You can be so stern and certain about one's way of life when someone else's way of life can be so different. They thrive just the same way as you do. Humbling is the only way I can really describe it. You can't really justify something like that. It's just different from traveling and living from a different country before. I said this a couple times to my coworkers actually. Imagine living on a tropical island where it just seems so much calmer. When you're on vacation, your problems kind of seem not as major anymore. Your body's relaxed, your soul is able to rest. It just seems like the problems you're really worrying about aren't really problems. So it kind of makes you put things into perspective. Hey, maybe I don't need to stress about this. Maybe it isn't as grand as I think it is. Maybe I don't need to be using my energy to worry about something as minute as whatever I'm stressing about. For me, when I traveled solo to Puerto Rico, when I traveled to Hawaii with my friends, when I traveled to Miami, I was able to kind of see the differences that people were living in. The happiest people I literally have ever met, the most real, genuine people, not because their lives are defined by money, not because their lives are defined by something materialistic. They are able to find things in their everyday lives that make them happy. My camera's gonna die, oh no. You're more intentional with the things because when you do something, it actually holds value. It just makes you kind of cherish the simple moments way more. Yes, maybe it's because you know your time's kind of valuable there and you're just gonna leave back to home, but that's what I'm saying. It gives you a perspective of how you should value time, how you should value your friendships and family and relationships in life. The simple things are really all that matters sometimes. Traveling definitely made me realize that even more. If I didn't travel outside the country, or if I wasn't born in Hong Kong, I would have not realized sometimes the best things that matter to me most are not things that are of money. It's not because of the physical things that I have. It's literally because I have built these bonds and I have kind of carry these things with me so that they have value. If you guys have traveled, you may know what I'm talking about. You may understand and relate. It's taught me so many lessons. Money comes back and your age doesn't. So for me to be at this age and have traveled and experienced these things already, I'm very lucky and very grateful to be able to go across the world and see some of these things that many people don't really get to see in their lifetime. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, without these things and experiences, I wouldn't be saying this out loud right now. I'm forever grateful for the memories that I've made there, for the experiences and bonds that I've made. It's something that it just holds dear to my heart. You know, you guys are just like, I don't know how to explain it, guys, but it's very strong. It's very strong. I treasure it. It's important. And that's what traveling does to you. It gives you a whole new perspective on life. Makes me almost want to cry when I'm in those moments because I know it's gonna end. It's a bittersweet feeling. It causes you not to compare as much as well. It causes you to really connect with the present. It's just freeing, it's pure, it's authentic. I mean, not only are you seeing other parts of the world, not only are you expanding your horizon, instead of staying in one place, you're able to adapt to your environments elsewhere. It's another way to learn something new. You know, you learn the language, you learn how to operate with different people. In that, you are able to create so many new things about yourself. You know, you're not just one identity, you're many parts of something that make up of one. So I think that's very beautiful when you can hear about someone's experiences and like the culture differences that they live through. Community is so strong when you are in these certain types of settings. It's not something you get to see every day and not something you get to go back to every day. Community is very important and it's very, very strong. I always use this as a comparison when I'm not in America or just not in California, but in Hong Kong and in other cities where you genuinely have to move your body. You have to walk to get places. You actually have to invest your own energy and move your body. And in that sense, that's why I think it's healthier. Here, you know, you kind of have to drive everywhere. You don't have to really interact with anything to get to your destination or do anything. You do it mindlessly. The difference comes in to where you're actually truly intentionally living. All these things tied together, like I said, everything kind of feels more valuable and more precious and rare. I don't know if I'm just comparing this from city to tropical life, but when you've experienced something like that, you know there's a difference. In certain busy cities, you kind of have this sense of urgency that you need to like be doing all these things all the time. You need to kind of meet these things or you're not going to perform well. When you're in a much calmer state and you just have really no stress, nothing you really need to worry about. I'm not saying you have no goals, no values and stuff like that, right? People kind of mistake it as, oh, if you're on vacation all the time, that means you don't have to really worry about anything. You know, you have no goals you set for yourself. But I think it's more like a state of mind that you're in. When you can feel more at ease with the things that you're doing and the life that you're living, when you're calmer, when your mind isn't as noisy, you kind of feel like you're actually living and not just existing. There's less urgency, but you're more present with the moment. You are actually more intentional with the way that you're living. And in saying in certain places you do have to walk to get somewhere, you just have to interact with your surroundings to live. Just by that itself, your health is already integrated into your life. Your body legitimately physically tells you and gives you signs when you're stressed, when you're anxious. There are so many points to why traveling is just so great. Success and happiness is defined so differently. I think it definitely can expand your perspective and open your eyes a little to how people operate and how the world operates, even when there are so many differences, when there are so many different cultures and languages that not everyone needs to be the same on. Sometimes success for someone is very obvious, is very loud and visible and tangible, but in certain areas of life, you know, when you don't need to really present your success and you don't really need to show them as loudly, it's like a quiet confidence. You know what I mean? You know you have these things. Peace. Not everyone has a lot of peace. Not everyone has a lot of freedom. Not everyone has a lot of time. So it's essentially these principles that I say a lot of people have a lack of. They just don't have the resources to be able to get there yet. You know, when some people are so focused on one thing, they're not able to see what they don't have or what they do already have. It kind of grounds you in a way, because I'm like, hey, maybe I'm trying to do something that has no value at all in some other places. It's just like, do I even really need some things sometimes? You kind of realize that a lot of the tangible and physical things aren't as important as you think they are. My whole face is sweating. I think that's a really good topic because it can bring me to a sense of being more humble. If I fast from this one thing, maybe it means because I was idolizing it, or maybe because I was prioritizing it so much where I forget that I have other things in life. And I think that's what makes it so important. It's just a very... I literally said it like 10 times in the video already. I don't need to say it anymore. I'd say go to places where you think you can grow and learn the most out of, because yes, it might be different. Yes, it might be kind of difficult to adapt yourself, but that's what it is, you know? You adapt to your surroundings by nature. You want to kind of fit into society. And so that's what I'm saying. You learn these different cultures and you're able to kind of integrate it into your own life. That doesn't mean that it is who you are, but it is what makes up of you. That in itself is so beautiful. So that's what I kind of learned, not recently, but over the past couple years, I've definitely learned how to compartmentalize these experiences I'm going through, because sometimes I feel like when I was a child, we used to travel all the time. We used to do all these things, but I didn't really know. Obviously, you can't really put them into words yet, but you have experienced these things, which is good in itself. I was able to go to all these places when I was a kid, and now I'm able to kind of share it with people and share that, you know, life sometimes not as serious as you think it is. Problems aren't as big as they seem when we kind of are able to remain calm, remain graceful. You know, everything will be okay. Yeah, I think this was a good topic. It kind of like expands. It's not just about how you can grow in your faith, but also just in your own eyes and to see how the world works. There's so many different things out here. It's gonna be very hard for a person to experience everything they want in their lifetime, but I think it's so cool that it is out here for us, and it is out here for people to experience and see that we can live and flourish the same way as others, even when they're on the opposite side of the world. When I say traveling, a lot of people mistake it as like, oh, you're going on vacation, you know, you're going to like relax there. Yes, you know, you are there to have this escape from home mentality, right? But it's the fact that you are able to experience a new culture, a new surrounding. And that's why I think traveling is so great. At this like time and age, I've experienced a good amount to say I'm confident in who I am, and I'm confident in the experiences that I've gone through and what I can learn from them. What can go through one's mind when they go through these things. So that's what life is. I've said everything I needed to say, so I will see y'all in the next video. And if not, once again, Happy New Year. In that case, I'll see y'all next year.